Hello everyone, welcome to your online LAN 122-300 course. I am your instructor, Justin Valentino. We're going to be doing our course kickoff video right here. So we are at canvas.morainevalley.edu. This is your main site to access course info. So again, LAN 122-300 is the course you'll be looking for on your account on canvas.morainevalley.edu. If you need help accessing canvas.morainevalley.edu, please make sure you reach out to our help desk at the college. Now let's get started. This is our course landing page. It is the syllabus page inside of Canvas, and I've got some default course info for you here. To start off, the entirety of our course, including the gradebook, is going to be housed on netacad.com. Your login info for netacad.com is in your email as of October 11th. Yes, this course starts October 16th, but I have already prepped and got this course up and running for you as of 5 days ago. So please look into your email accounts, which is your Moraine Valley email, and look for October 11th to find your login information to access netacad.com. Now, if you already know how to access netacad.com, just jump right on in and get started in this course. We'll chat about that in just a little bit. So our course time frame, we are running from October 16th through December 14th. That's actually going to be 9 weeks. What it really comes down to is from October 16th to December 10th is 8 weeks, and that's our 8 weeks of content. The 9th week is just for the final exam, which is going to be December 11th through the 14th. Please put this in your calendars now. Whether it's your Google Calendar, Microsoft Calendar, on-the-wall calendar, doesn't matter. Our course is shut down on December 14th. Long story short, all assignments are finally due by that last day, including all exams. Do not forget about that last day, and if life gets in the way, make sure you reach out and ask for help. Now, I'm hoping that a lot of you have already accessed the course or tried to access the course and log in on netacad.com. No surprises as of Monday, 10/16. Let's go over a couple items here. On the syllabus page, we have access to our course syllabus, which is a public-facing Google Doc. Also down below, we've got a link which will be used for our lecture videos, which I'm tossing up there, as well as a second link that you'll see will be different for our lab video hints. We're going to start by going ahead and clicking on that course syllabus link, which will open up our course syllabus in Google Docs. So here we are. Being your instructor, we will actually have this online course up and running already as of 5 days ago. If you need to reach out to me for assistance, you'll have my email address here, along with my phone number for my office. For any correspondence, whether it's email or phone, please make sure you reference that you are in LAN 122-300 for our section. I'll be able to respond back to you faster. Now, we've already mentioned our dates and times for the running of this class. Also, if you need to meet with me online, we can schedule a weekly check-in just to go over any items you might need assistance with. Otherwise, we'll be running this course with lecture recordings as well as some lab hint videos. If you decide that this class is not for you, you can drop and get your money back by the 19th. If you stay in this class but life gets in the way and you need to drop later on, you can actually drop this class still up until the 26th of November and get a W, which is a withdrawal on your transcript. We've got our general course description that this is a continuation moving onwards after the LAN 121 class. This is actually the first class in the series for the Cisco CCNA. We've got a couple major course concepts here that we'll be working through. In this class, over our 8 weeks of topic coverage, we'll be going from basic network connectivity all the way to network security. We'll be utilizing a lot of labs in this course. I am lab intensive regarding my grading and the work I expect of you. Overall, by the end of the course, I expect you to have these main bullet points down, from explaining network technologies all the way to implementing network connectivity and utilizing some tools. I expect you to follow our course syllabus schedule, which we'll be going over here in just a second, turning in all of your lab assignments when they're due, doing those module exams, which will be broken out across our course concepts, and rocking that lab work. I need you to turn in at least 50% of the labs if you plan on passing this course. If you turn in less than 50% of the lab work, you're going to get an F in the class. Just heads up. Now, we are moving through an 8-week schedule format where the 9th week is the final exam. Please make sure you stay on top of your coursework and follow along with our course syllabus schedule, which we're about to go through. If you do happen to have your Cisco CCNA certification exam, or you do take it before this class ends, you are able to get an automatic A in this class if you present that to me 1 week before the course shuts down. Also, if you do disappear on us, which I hope you don't, and life gets in the way and you don't withdraw from the class, you're going to get an F. Make sure you do your coursework, stay in touch, and if life gets in the way, make sure you reach out and ask for help. Don't just disappear. Let's talk books. For our course, we do not have a physical textbook. Our course reading, along with videos and labs, are all through our netacad.com system. This is also where your gradebook is going to be. General course info. Overall, we have a couple things that you'll be utilizing in this course, from our course reading, lecture videos, lab assignments, module exams, and the cumulative single final exam. You need to stay on top of these due dates and stay on top of what's expected of you every single week. Our final exam is running, as mentioned earlier, from December 11th through December 14th. That is the 9th week of our class. I'm not assigning any points regarding attendance or participation because we are an online course. If you happen to turn in someone else's lab as your own or cheat on an exam, you will just get a 0 for that assignment and I'll move on with my day. Please make sure that you ask for help if you're starting to struggle or if you need any assistance. Don't cheat instead. We're here in this class because we want to make sure you get the awesome, amazing IT networking skills, and you can put that on your resume, but also that you personally will be able to talk the talk and walk the walk, especially for job interviews and more. So if you need help, make sure you stop and ask. We're adhering to the Code of Conduct catalog on the college's website. And cautionary statement. If there's anything getting in the way from you succeeding, whether it's about having internet at home and you need assistance, let us know. Having a laptop to work on, let us know. Whether it's even funds for meals or even funds to be able to keep your current housing, let us know. We want nothing to sit in the way of you succeeding in your academic studies. Us instructors even donate part of our salary to the actual counseling and advising office where we can help out students in need. If there's anything stopping you from succeeding, please don't hesitate. Reach out to us instructors and we'll do our best to help you out, or we'll send you to someone who can help you. We're not using the testing center. We don't have any safety or health issues. So let's dive into the course schedule. I finished my first bachelor's degrees and both my master's degrees online. It was a lot of work, and it was hard for me to figure out how I learn best, especially being father of kids, husband, work, school, all at the same time. The way I learn best and survive in these online courses is to build out a schedule for myself. So a heads up, if your teacher doesn't provide you a course schedule, the best thing you can do is go through your weekly assignments and build your own. I want you to take this schedule, print it off, and tape it to your wall. If you don't have a wall or tape, I want you to screenshot this thing, and I want you to mark this thing up as you get items done. I have built out a 9-week schedule for our class. This includes every single lab assignment, every single module exam, and every single section for reading that you need to complete in order to succeed in this class. So as you work through these weeks, or work ahead, cross things off as you turn them in so you never wonder what you should be working on, what you have worked on, or where you're at each week. For this week, which is week 1, we're kicking off with modules 1 through 3. You have 3 lab assignments. 2 are in Packet Tracer, 1 is in NetLab. And then we have a single module exam which includes the topics of module 1 through 3 as a single exam. This is what you're working on for this week. You can see next week and so forth all the way until final exam week, which is week 9. If you have any questions on the schedule, reach out at any time and let me know and I'll help you out. You can work ahead in this course. I just highly recommend you not work behind. This is 8 weeks of content, 9th week being final exam, and I know you have a life, and I know you have people who need you, and I know you have other courses that exist too. So take this thing and tape it to your wall so just easily mark things off as you get them done, and you'll never wonder where you're at. This is the key item to success as you remove any barrier that prevents you from knowing where you are, where you should be, and what you can be doing. Print this thing off. Also, by the way, this is a public-facing Google Doc. Bookmark this link, share it, text it to yourself, email it. You can access this link from anywhere, any single time across the world just by opening this web page and taking a look at the course schedule. So let's move on down. My grading. In this course, we have 19 labs that you'll be working through. That's 50% of your course grade. We have our 6 module exams. That's 40% of the grade. Then we've got the cumulative final, which is 10%. I weight these accordingly right here. You'll never wonder how I'm grading you or what I'm grading you with. My grading policy is straightforward. 90, 80, 70, 60. Anything below 60 is an F. We don't deal with makeups. We don't deal with extra credit. So this is our course syllabus. If you have any questions, please make sure you reach out to me via email, reference LAN 122-300, and let me know. I'll be more than happy to assist. So back into our Canvas course shell. Where's all that content? Where's those labs? Well, as mentioned, the course is hosted entirely on netacad.com. I'll be utilizing this page, though, Canvas, in order to reach out to you with announcements. As you see, there's already one waiting for you, and even to send you course updates as needed. Now make sure that you do have access to NetAcad, because this is where we're going next right now. So pause the video if you need, open that email from October 11th, and get into netacad.com. We're using your student.morainvalley.edu email address in order to gain access. If you need help getting access, please open up your email and send me an email immediately. I'm going to head over to netacad.com. So once we get to our landing page, I'll go to Login and select Login just by hovering and then click. From here, I've already accessed it using my Moraine Valley email address, so I'm logged in already. I'm going to go into our LAN 122 Fall course, click on Launch, and we are now here. Once we get into this course, we have our main cool image at the top, which is the network rack. These are going to be some of our fiber optic network cables. Down below, there's network switches and more. Just kind of cool. To start it off, I've got a general student resources section. You can do the system test exam, but you don't really need to do that. We have our link that I've created here called NetLab Assignments Lab Gear here. We have a yellow virtualization center full of Cisco pods of gear. Routers, switches, Windows 10 clients, firewall, and more. I've created an account for everyone to work on the real gear labs with the real Cisco hardware. You can click on that link. I've got a video which introduces you of how to use the lab system and also info about how to access it utilizing your credentials. You're going to use your Moraine Valley username, not the @student.morainevalley.edu, just the front of your name. So if mine was doj4 at student.whatever, I would just use doj4. Password with a capital P, password 123. You'll use that on the login page. You can follow the instructions to figure out how to schedule your lab on the real gear 24/7, any day, anytime on the real gear at the front of the T building. Pretty cool. I'm going to go back to our course area, course introduction. Outside of the NetLab assignments, you will be using Microsoft Office for this course. We have a lot of Word docs for the labs. You have free access to Office. You can click on the free Microsoft Office via MVCC. This just takes you to office.com. On office.com, you're just going to click the sign in button. And that sign in button allows you to sign in with your Moraine Valley creds. Put in your Moraine Valley full email address and click next. It's going to take you to Moraine Valley's site, where now you're going to finish using your Moraine Valley creds to gain access. And if you have things like multi-factor authentication, you have to take a moment and make sure you type in your awesome, nice code number. There we go. Biometrics. Huzzah. Cool. Yay. All right. So this is office.com using your Moraine Valley email address and your Moraine Valley password. You can work right here on the left in your applications for free, or you can even use the install button in the top right, and you can install Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and more on your local box for free from the college. Everyone has access to Office. Just your heads up. So we'll be utilizing our Office apps in order to do our homework. Outside of using the real physical gear, we also are using simulation software made by Cisco, the company that's global across the world and one of the leaders for IT networking, cybersecurity, and more. You can click on the download link for Cisco Packet Tracer, and it'll take you to a page where you can scroll down, and you can choose the correct installer, whether you have a Windows, Ubuntu, or an Apple device. Make sure you have downloaded the latest Packet Tracer installer in order to do our lab assignments for this course. Finally, you're ready to start. In the Module 1 through 3 section, I have the due date listed out, and you'll see this repeated for every single section of modules. This due date is referenced inside of our course syllabus schedule, the one that you printed off and have hopefully taped to your wall by now. Down below, we'll have a puzzle piece looking course content link. This is going to be the course reading when it says course content. If I were to click on that, it would open up a new page, and we'd have our Module 1 reading on the left with subsections, and then Module 2, and then Module 3. The reading goes by pretty quick, especially because there's multiple subsections on a single page in front of you. Also, you'll find someone that sounds just like me regarding some intro video of how to use Packet Tracer as well. So you'll find there's a lot of cool and assistant videos inside of the course, whether we're talking about topics or even walking through something like a Packet Tracer install video. As you scroll down and hear more from me and watch these videos, go ahead and click on the next button at the bottom right, and you'll keep moving through the course material. And you'll find that things go through rather quickly, where we're already at section 1.2 out of our chapter 1 section. So finally, when you get down to the last subsection, you might find that there's going to be a quiz. This quiz is not graded, but it's nice to take because you can instantly review the items which you may have missed out on. So just heads up, that subsection 1.10 and 2. Whatever quizzes, they're not graded. They're not part of the course grading material. So eventually you'll make your way down all the way to the end of section 3.8. And when you finish 3.8, you'll find that you finished the module 1 through 3 material, because the next link takes you to module 4. So we would go back into the course, make sure we knock out these labs, which I'll take a quick look at with you now. And then there's a module 1 through 3 exam. This module exam you get 3 attempts on, and it's based off of the module 1 through 3 reading. I do give you the PowerPoints for modules 1 through 3. These are the PowerPoints that I create my lecture videos off of, and some people like to use them for their exams, or just for them to review and take notes in. Now, these labs that are here, I do have some walkthroughs to help you out, but I want you to try the lab before you do the walkthrough. Or, if you really feel like it, put it on the big screen TV, or on your phone, or on a tablet, and just watch the video as you're making lunch, or for example, then give the lab a try later when you're ready. To do the labs, you would click on the actual lab assignment, which has the hand holding a document. Inside of here, I give you the Packet Tracer file to download, and I give you some overall instructions. You'll download the Packet Tracer file to your machine. You'll open it up, and after you open it up, it'll take a second or two to load. Depends on your computer, depends on the Packet Tracer file. They're all a little bit different in size. Once this thing finishes opening, you're probably going to have to log in. This is going to be your netacad.com login. I'll click the Keep Me Logged In for 3 months. I'll click Cisco Networking Academy, which is netacad.com. And now I'll put in my netacad credentials to log into this tool. Again, for me, the netacad credentials is my Moraine Valley email address and the password I have for netacad. Sweet. Once it's logged in, on the left I've got my reading. On the right I've got the lab system. For this, there's a couple questions here. I do not require you to answer questions. I require you to go through the lab and complete the lab. Some of them have a percentage score in the bottom right corner that counts up to 100%. This one, you would just go through the entirety of the lab, follow through the step-by-step, and get comfy using Packet Tracer. When you're done, you'll do File, Save As, not PKZ, File, Save As, and put it somewhere like on your desktop. Once it's on your desktop, click Save, and then we can close the file. When the file is closed, we'll go ahead to the bottom and click Add Submission, and we're going to grab this file off of our desktop. We can drag and drop it right here onto this arrow, or I can just click on the arrow and take the long route of browse for the file, go to the desktop. From the desktop, we'll find the file, open it, and then click Upload, or just drag and drop it there. The file is not on the server yet until we click Save. Once we click Save Changes, the file goes up, and it says Submitted for Grading, and it shows you the file that you turned in with the date and time. You're going to do this for each one of your lab assignments that you turn in for me, whether it's a Word doc you're submitting, or whether it's a packettracer.pka file, one or the other. Back in our module 1 through 3 area, you do this for lab 155, 276, and then also for the NetLab of 3, 7, 10. And again, NetLab, make sure you watch that video ahead of time of how to access the lab system, as well as how to schedule a lab. Because for NetLabs, you'll be submitting Word docs to me with all of your questions typed out and answered in these NetLab Word docs. When the module exams are up, they'll be waiting for you to take. And again, as I mentioned, you'll have 3 attempts. I give you about 2 hours of time on these exams. I am going to give extra credit with some of these random items I'm adding in. I'm testing out some features and functionality that our college has not used yet. It's called H5P. Go ahead and click on the extra credit, Cisco Command Syntax, and inside of here, I'm going to have to work on this. It should give you a drag and drop. I'll see if I can make it work a little bit later again. But what it comes down to is there's a lot of HTML5 enabled content rolling out, especially with a lot of the systems that we're utilizing. As I get these to work, the extra credit will be waiting for fun and just additional points for you. When you finish this, you are done for the week. And then, if you want, of course, you can get a head start on the next week with items due by October 29th. Modules 4 and 5, as mentioned above. You'll see that I've got a binary game where I want you to learn and play a little bit here. That'll be referenced in the lecture videos, as well as a couple labs to work on. And yes, you have an exam that shows up as well. Make sure you take the time to cross things off as you complete them on that syllabus schedule you printed off, and keep moving through our course material. If you have any questions, make sure you reach out to me. You'll see that we continue on through November, all the way until December, and then the end of week 8 with items due by 12/10, which is the last two modules, 16 and 17. And then week 9 with items due by the 14th, which is that final multiple choice exam. I need you to make your way through this course and stay on track. If you start to fall off track and you need help, please make sure you reach out to me. This is the entirety of our course. The only thing missing at this point is the lecture videos being loaded up and any fun, random HTML5 enabled extra credit items. So thanks for getting started with me here. Make sure you reach out with any questions. Otherwise, start watching the lecture videos and moving through the course reading, labs, and exams. Thanks for watching, and let's get started.